So every single day there are a few items that I need to carry on me to function like a normal human being, and in this video I've broken down my everyday carry so that you guys can pick up a few of these items to benefit your own lives. So without further ado, let's get into the first item, which is of course my smartphone. Now I don't think you can survive without a smartphone in 2024, and so my smartphone of choice was the iPhone 15 Pro Max until I realized I was going to get slapped in the face for having spent this much money by my parents, and so I gave that phone back because it was super cool, super light, but needed the funds, and so decided to keep my iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now I did originally want to buy the smaller iPhone 14 Pro as well as the iPhone 15 Pro, but I found that the battery life in the 14 Pro Max just lasted way longer and allowed me to use that phone throughout the day very easily. Now the 14 Pro Max has a brilliant set of cameras. In fact, I'm using them to record this video right now in 4K. The phone is also super cool because the display is great. It's an OLED display, 120 Hz, all the great things you get from an iPhone such as iOS, and for me on a daily basis I think it's a brilliant phone to use. I would like to use an Android device because I'm open to doing that. I love the brand new S24 Ultra and the new Galaxy Z Fold devices, but I found that they don't work as well in the ecosystem with my Mac behind me, and so the iPhone is my phone of choice. Now for this iPhone to function throughout the day, there is one item that is super necessary for me. Now this item is the MagSafe Anker power bank. This power bank is probably the sickest thing I've seen in a really long time. With this power bank, it sticks to the back of your phone, kind of like Apple's, but it has a stand on it, which is something I really like because the stand means that I don't just have to use it to charge my phone. I can use it to prop it up to watch some YouTube videos. It's super useful when I'm going on a plane journey to travel somewhere. I can just prop up the phone, watch whatever I want when I've downloaded it from Netflix. And the coolest thing about it is that it charges via USB Type-C, so it's super easy to carry around one cable for all your devices, especially with the new iPhones also being USB Type-C. But to follow on this whole MagSafe journey that we're on, the other thing that I like to use is a Moft wallet. Now I don't always carry my card holder with me, which I'll get to. Instead, sometimes I like to have 2 or 3 necessary cards like a student ID or an Oyster, and so what I have with me is a Moft MagSafe wallet. This thing is really cool because it basically just sticks to the back of your phone and it turns into a stand, so again you can prop up your devices while putting about 2 or 3 cards in there. One thing I don't like about it though is that sometimes it is hard to take your card in and out. You have to kind of squeeze it in, but it's a great item to pick up and it's way better than Apple's Apple card holder. Now speaking of card holders, the one item I have to have on me all the time, and I think is probably the most fashionable item, is my Lacoste card holder. Now I don't really like spending a ton of money on these things, but I think on Black Friday I got this for like 70 quid, which was reduced from like 120, which was pretty solid. I like this thing. I lost my other card holder on the train. I think someone nicked it, so if you're out there, someone needs to find you and slap you and beat you in the face. The card holder that I have, it fits about, I think, either 4 or 6 cards. I think about 6, and there's a slot in the middle for some money. I just like to carry this around everywhere. I think there are some better card holders out there, but I just like to be trendy and fashionable and look like I have a lot of money, which is why I have this one. But that's basically all I use it for. Moving on from that thing though, one thing that I like to carry on me all the time is a Swiss Army knife to fight people like the guy that stole my old card holder, because I'm still looking for him. This Swiss Army knife is really cool because it's a multi-tool, and someone like me who's continuously buying new devices and products like the new Beats pill that just came out, stay tuned for that video, but buying products all the time, I need to unbox them and have a knife on me, and so the Swiss Army knife is super cool. It's even more useful when I'm being yelled about around the house to fix things, so there's a screwdriver in it, and I even have the mini version of the Swiss Army knife, which I sometimes carry on my keys, so that one's super cool and handy to use on a daily basis. But yeah, I think having a multi-tool is really useful. Let me know if you guys recommend any really cool pocket knives in the comments below, because I've seen a bunch of titanium ones and multicolored ones. In fact, I think there's a really cool brand called Elemental Knives. If you guys want to send me a knife, let me know. But yeah, for now this multi-tool is pretty sick. However, one thing that's more important than any multi-tool you can stuff in your pocket is a watch, because a watch is something that every man needs to be a real man. These watches are super sick. The one I'm currently wearing is by Casio. No, it's not a Rolex, but it looks like one. I'm trying to wear something that looks like a Rolex so people think I'm rich, but in reality I'm poor and I'm suffering right now. But this Rolex right here is super cool. I see, I just called it a Rolex. It's not a Rolex, it's a Casio. But this Casio is super cool because the inside watch face is this really nice Tiffany blue color, and this is super sick because the Tiffany blue color looks exactly like the Tiffany blue Rolex or the Tiffany blue Patek Philippe, I think it is, and I like that. It's like 100th of the price. I don't know what you want to call it, I'm not good at quick maths, but it's 40 bucks and you can wear it with anything. That's why I got the silver band, because it goes with any outfit, and the blue is very subtle. It's not too dark, it's a bit more of a lighter color, so it might be nice during the summer seasons. But I really like this watch. It's the watch I wear every single day. And oddly enough, I didn't really choose to buy an Apple Watch because I think that's more of a techie kind of watch. I don't like having all my notifications on my wrist. And honestly, with an Apple Watch, you just look like a geek. With this, you look like a boss, you look like a baller. And anyone who comes to you can just tell them it's a Rolex. And if you don't want to tell them it's a Rolex, you want to be real about it, you can tell them it's a Casio. You're rich, but you're humble. That's what I like to say. But yeah, this is the watch I wear on a daily basis. It's super clean. I'll link in the description below, although it is hard to find. But yeah, I like this watch a lot. But out of all of these things, the one item that is the most necessary, which since I think 2016 has become a staple in everyone's pocket, is of course my AirPods Pro. Now, I've been rocking these AirPods since 2020. These are the first generation AirPods Pros. I think I do need an upgrade now because in my ear I can hear these weird crackling noises. In fact, funny story, my AirPods were making these noises previously and I went to an Apple store and got them swapped out for free, but I don't think Apple's going to be willing to do that again. So I'll be interested to see if Apple does redesign these things, because they kind of look the same now. But the AirPods are great. They have noise cancellation, which is really good for editing videos when I'm in a coffee shop or when I'm on a train. On top of that, what I really like is transparency mode. This is super cool because you can listen to whatever it is you're listening to, but you can hear everyone outside and when you're crossing the road, which is super important because now you see these really dumb kids crossing the road when they have their AirPods on. I don't know why you're doing that unless you want to die, which a lot of kids these days do because they're really messed up in the head. Yeah, I don't know why you've got your AirPods while you're crossing the road. But that aside, this item is really useful, and as much as I thought I needed to buy AirPods Max or those Sony M4 headphones, these ones do the job for, you know, tweaking the audio in these videos to make them sound super cool. Now, speaking of editing videos, of course, I don't think I could survive without my MacBook Pro right here. Not only does this laptop power this entire setup to give my room a really cool vibe, but I need this laptop to edit these videos, to do my work, to send emails, to watch content sometimes, because watching on a phone just gets boring. And it's a laptop, it's a machine that you use to work every day. And for me, this 16-inch 2021 M1 Pro MacBook Pro does the job. I haven't found the need to upgrade. The only thing I really wish I did was buy the 14-inch, because at the time I got super hyped up. I thought this is the new MacBook, I'm going to buy the biggest, the best one they offer, and I found that the big screen was just too hard to carry around uni for me. Now that uni is over, it's kind of just sitting at home, but even here it's connected to this monitor most of the time. You know, I'm not even looking at the display. So I think if anyone out there is trying to buy a MacBook, just go for the smaller one, because you can buy a monitor for the extra money that you pay for that 16-inch. Now, I would have liked to have involved or included some pens and some cool items like that in this video, but I'm going to be real with you. I ain't writing with pens, I ain't using pens, notebooks. Ever since uni's ended, I don't want to see that crap in my life. The only pen that I will say is pretty cool is the one in this little Swiss Army knife that I spoke about. There is a little pen inside of it that I may use here and there, but other than that, I'm just sitting here and recording these videos for you guys, which is why you need to subscribe, like this video, and stay tuned for future uploads, because I'm going to be rolling out a bunch of new tech videos such as the Beats Pill. I've also got the new Galaxy Z Fold and Flip 6 coming out, whatever that stuff is. So make sure to stay tuned and I'll see you guys in that video. But other than that, thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye.